because it starts with you. Loving who you are and giving yourself. This really takes maybe 2 to 5 minutes. It depends on how much time I spend and how much I get to write. But for the very first time, when you sit down, it might be a little harder to do. So don't overthink it. It's just about anything you're grateful for in the morning. 3 things you're grateful for in the morning. Get your day going. It takes a minute. You can do it with friends. You can do it with family. You can do it by yourself. You could do it here together, but do it. And at night, I want to build the positive momentum. So first, you transition from scanning the day, being tired, and when you're tired, you're naturally looking for negative things. So you're going to write 3 grateful things that moment right now, and you have the whole entire day to pick from. It could be anything. It could be the sun. It could be your shirt. It could be your bicep. It could be the fact that you have a beautiful smile. It could be anything. It could be the light. You can find something to be grateful for. And 3 lessons. When I say lessons, it could be anything. It could be, okay, lesson 1, set the alarm, further away from you so that way you don't hit snooze. Something. What that does is it transitions your mind from looking at things as a critique and saying, oh, I failed, because all day you're scanning and you're just like, I failed. And that builds that negativity inside of you where you don't feel like you're good enough. You don't think that you've done good enough. You forget the things you've done all day unless you write it down. And when you've done something that feels like you failed and you have that gut feeling inside, talking about your lessons and what you learned from it transitions how you look at things. It takes you from, I failed, to, what did I learn from that experience? Because there is no failure. It is only a lesson. That's it. It's just a lesson. And then when you look at something you've done throughout the day as a lesson, and you look at it and you're like, okay. And then the next day, you do it differently. And that's how you grow, and that's how you take control over you. It gives you a chance to appreciate yourself. Because for the most part, we seldom do that. We're mostly critiquing ourselves. I wasn't good enough. I did this. I failed here. And then that momentum builds, and it's like you get this ton of bricks on your shoulders, and you feel drained because you're not loving yourself enough. You're not giving yourself the practice of love. It's practice. Every single day is practice. Why the wins? And I like to finish that specifically in this order at night because I want to win. I want to be excited at night. I want to know, like, man, what did I do? Well, like, okay, we went over the stuff I learned from, but what did I do right? What did I win today? And yesterday for me was eating, making sure I ate my entire meal plan, making sure I drank water because I get excited. I go webcamming. I talk to people. I love what I do. I get so passionate. I forget to eat. I forget to drink. And you know what? Then I start crashing and going downhill. And that doesn't feel good. And that doesn't allow me to be the best version of myself for you, with you. And that I want for you. So I want for myself. I want for my family. I want it for everybody who I love to experience the best me. And I can't do that unless I'm healthy, unless I'm loving myself, unless I'm happy. And I gotta give myself that practice of love every single day. And I will personally tell you, when I don't do this, and this is a $2, if that, it's like $1.50 at Walmart. It's just any book. It doesn't need to be fancy. You can do it in your phone. You can do it anywhere. And you just get a piece of paper and you get a pen and you write. There's a power to writing. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing when you do it. Once you do it for 3 days, I promise you, you will feel the difference. And when you don't do it, you're gonna feel your energy go, ooh, your happiness go, ooh, your joy inside go, ooh, your love go, ooh. And when you do it again, you're gonna refill yourself because you gotta feel, you gotta fill yourself up and rise and be happy. And I know it sounds cheesy, but it's not about being a fucking perfect. It's not about forcing yourself to doing things. It's just about being you and practicing self-gratitude, self-love. You critique yourself. There's enough. The whole world is criticizing you. You need to love you. And the more you practice loving you, this shield will grow. It's like an energy force that grows and channels outside of you. And then all this negativity that's coming and just bah, 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 you're gonna be standing there like, that's right, I got this love shield. And you cannot penetrate my love shield, because when you come through with this negativity, I'm going to take 5 minutes a day, love myself, and I'm going to push that energy back. And I'm not gonna allow it to get deep inside of me where it's gonna rot. It's all about you starting with you and controlling and only focusing on you and what's within your control. I set alarms on my phone to meditate, to love myself, to get up, to whatever it is that I'm trying to achieve as a priority, to remind me. Because I mean, I can't remember a million things a day. It's impossible. And I can't focus properly on a million things at the same time. One thing at a time, one priority at a time, one task at a time, building that momentum, building the wins, and you will rise in that energy, and you will be able to accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish without it feeling at the end of the task. And if there are tasks that drain you, you can add in extra gratitude. You can look at pretty pictures, go outside, stare at the sun, not directly into the sun. You know what I mean. Look at the grass, distract yourself, distract your mind, and come back to it. When you feel good and when your body is in a calm state, a love state, high, healthy energy state, the world naturally is seen differently through your eyes. So it's all about how you see you and how you see the world. And if you are looking at it constantly critiquing every single thing, you're actually rewiring your brain to scan for more things to critique. And then you're critiquing yourself, your family, everybody, your dog, and you wonder, oh my gosh, why am I so frustrated? Because it's a lot of negative energy. And it is channeling what you give out is what you give in return. So when you feel yourself loving you, when you give yourself the permission to give yourself credit, it's okay. It's okay to say, I won at something. It's okay to say, it's actually really good. To reward yourself. You deserve it. And it's an everyday practice. And if you stop doing it, guess what? Your brain's gonna kind of forget, and it's gonna start scanning for things you've been practicing. Get it? If you've been practicing critiquing and scanning for negative things, your brain's an autopilot, and it's a freaking amazing machine, and it is glorious at what it does. And it's gonna do what you want it to do. If you command it to say, I need you to scan for every single threat that's out there and everything that's negative, that's what it's gonna do. And it's gonna find everywhere. It doesn't matter. But there is no light without dark. There's always two perspectives. And I challenge you to find the good in your day, to find the good in you, to find the wins, no matter how small they are. It's not about that. It's about giving yourself a win. Giving that pat on the back, that, I love myself. It's all about what you can control. I wish you a glorious day filled with self-love, filled with rewards for you, filled with lessons and growth and beautiful, strong energy, so you can be the healthiest version, the happiest version, and the most anti-fragile version of you for all those negative things that are around you in your life out of your control. Sending you so much love. You are beautiful just as you are. And I know you're capable of finding 5 minutes to love yourself today.